I got sick around, I think it was around March 8th. And I didn't think much about it. I didn't, we weren't really that aware. COVID was not on our radar. But I have never been that sick in my life. I checked my oxygen saturation, it was 70, and I thought, oh, that's ridiculous. They'd be intubating me if it was 70. My pulse ox must be broken. So I got another one, a new one, and I had one in each finger, and it's like, oh, it really is 70. I'm lucky I didn't get hospitalized and intubated and get put on a vent. If I had it to do again now, I would refuse a ventilator, because people do so badly after. If you really need to be intubated and ventilated, people of my age do not do well. I never get sick. I never, in my whole entire career, I never took a sick day. 35 years of doing medicine, I was never sick. And I was really sick. I felt terrible. The muscle aches were awful. The feeling that I couldn't talk without taking breaths in the middle of sentences, that was awful. The fatigue, I was so tired I couldn't read. I just listened to podcasts. I couldn't eat. I wasn't hungry. Neither of us ate for about 10 days. And I kept thinking, I'm going to get ketotic and feel sick, and I didn't at all. So we both dropped about 20 pounds.
So we had dinner with some friends, and they were just not quite feeling themselves, but they thought it was just being tired. And then a few days later, or actually the next day, they got really sick. And then probably about 5 days later, my husband started feeling symptoms. And then a couple days after that, I started having symptoms. So, yeah, similar to the flu. Yeah, with a lot of fatigue, body aches, slight fever, very mild cough, but that was dry, but only maybe you'd cough once or twice in a day, and that was about it for me. I also lost my sense of smell and taste, and that's mostly back, but not 100%. I do have a little bit of lingering chest pain, kind of where in my lungs, I'm guessing, and I'm waiting for my health insurance to approve a procedure to see if we can find out what it is. And so hopefully I'll get an answer to that. But I'm able to do everything I want to do. I'm active every day, and I swim a lot, I ride my bike, I walk, I do all sorts of things. So I have no hindrances from it at all. The ups and downs were the most surprising. You would feel like you were getting better one day, and then the next day you would feel worse again. Not as bad as you had felt the previous day, but so it was always an upward journey back to recovery. But there were ups and downs, and I've never had an illness that did that quite like that.
So the very first day I had the flu, so I just thought, all right, this feels like the flu, and I thought it could have been that, I didn't know. And then as the days went on, I started to I just felt like I had a really bad flu. And then I started having a lot of aches and pains, and so my body just felt, and it just got worse and worse and worse. And so my body just felt like I was being thrown down a mountain, like every day, every night. I couldn't sleep at all because my body hurt so much. I didn't have a fever, and I didn't have any respiratory issues, which was really grateful and nice. But I was just sleeping and drinking water, and that was it. I had lost my sense of smell and my taste, so I had zero appetite. I didn't want to eat anything. And I remember I really realized how little sleep and rest I was getting because my body hurt so much. I just had aches and pains all over the place. And some chills, but not like feverish chills, but chills. I was just so uncomfortable. It was just, and then it just kept going, like I was like, oh, okay, day 3. And then I was like, and day 4. And then I'd wake up again, and you could tell it was going to be a horrible day. And so it was a really long slog. And my friends were great. They brought me food, and they left it on the doorstep, and they checked in on me. And so that was really nice. So.